Alright, well, first things first, get yourself a good set of fresh blades, put it in one of these scrapers and deck her to town. Clean up all the window very well, clean up all the mess. After you've done that, go ahead and measure the amount of window film that you're going to need. Cut that piece of window film, clean that window on the exterior where you're going to place the pattern, so you can go ahead and make a good hand cut, pre-cut pattern. Remove all this excess from the top, and as you can see, I'm using a factory straight edge at the bottom, and what I'm attempting to do here is to go ahead and press down on the pattern to where it goes about 1/16, 1/8 of an inch over the bottom rubber seal. That way when I make my full cut all the way around, I don't have a gap of light. Get yourself a very sharp alpha blade. An NT cutter is probably going to be the best design for cutting these very close cuts. After you clean all the inside, go again into the inside of the window and make sure it's super squeaky clean, because we only have one good chance to get it done right. Be sure and make 1000% sure window is clean. I chose to reverse roll this window because it just seems with all these humps that you see on the seat, just seems easier for me to go ahead and reverse roll it onto the window, get myself the best insurance to get a good clean install. Eyeball the pattern all the way around, make sure there are no gaps of light, make sure and even out all the pattern where there is no gap. Squeegee out every single drop of water. Do it in such a way that you don't create any, I guess, mud pies by scooting the water unnecessarily to the top, or somehow that is going to get some water with dirt into your pattern. Touch everything up with a nice rag, that way you don't get any little mud pies, surprises coming down from the top to the bottom. This is a side window. Of course, you can go ahead and do it in a legal lighter window film. Clean your window from the exterior. Make sure you pre-cut your pattern to size. Start cutting here along the side. I've cut it and I scoot it to the left about 1/4 inch. Secured my pattern there. Make sure it doesn't slide on me. This cut that I'm making here is on the rubber gasket. On the rubber gasket a little bit kind of like in the air, but yeah, on the rubber gasket, because I don't want to have a gap of light on these notorious Toyota windows that when you lower them down you have a big old gap of light here or there. Trim the top to exactness, and then just finish off rounding the corners in a very precise fashion on your peel board. Never do any pre-cuts on the glass, you will cut the glass somewhere. Make sure you go out on the window again, on the inside, and make triple sure it is very clean from some adhesive residue. This is, as I mentioned, a retint. Make sure everything is clean as a whistle. Check out the water control on the side. We don't want to just splash water all over to where it might actually move contaminant from the door sill onto the window. You can see I'm wearing some of these finger cots so as not to get contamination on the window film when I touch it. Make sure the edge is nice and super perfect, because after all we did a hand cut, so it should be very straight. Squeegee out all the top portion very firm. Make sure there is not a drop of water left. Dry it and follow through with a rag just like this. Make sure your top is very nice and lined. All in one tool, this plastic tool that reaches all the way to the edges. I want to make sure there's no water drips on the side. Nothing on the top, and I want to make 1000% sure that it's nice and dry. I hate leaving in perfect tops to where water will be streaming down, and when it dries, it'll leave a big old gap of horribleness. Here in the bottom, a lot of people that I see normally just lift the pattern, spray water, and just let it drop. I additionally, as you saw with a small little squeegee, I make sure that I move any of the contaminants from the bottom away from the window film. With a lot of care, release the liner, like yay so. Control it with your hands. Everything that you do, please make it very, very, very methodical. Nothing of this wham bam thank you ma'am, no creasing, crunching the film. Has to be very, very, very precise. This is window film application is a very precise art. The better that you do it, the better you get paid. Better reviews always equal charging more for your installs. That's it. Very nice, successful lay here. Gonna finish off with your best tool for squeezing out all the water. I normally just do that one-time pass. That's why I have to put a lot of balls to the wall. I don't like to do things 3 times. Just one, very well, good pass. This all-in-one tool fits all the way to the bottom because I don't want no water creeping up on me anymore. I want all the water out of my pattern. Make a very nice presentation. Dry everything all the way around. And make sure and inspect the quality or lack thereof of your application. If you've done all these steps, you should have a good, clean install. Let's check it out. All the way to the edge, no gaps of light as mentioned. You've survived another window tint installation. Thanks a lot for being here. Have an awesome day.